Good morning. How is everyone today? Myself, not bad. Just a few more days and then we are out of work, so life is good. Hopefully, Christmas will be merry this year. Got some updates coming and some new developments, so I will let you guys know. Also, added one more piece of technology. I finally got myself a USB hub, and so I can use my normal microphone again. Tell me if you notice the quality of the sound as any better, because yesterday it was okay, but it was really kind of quiet. So if you happen to notice the quality of the sound sounding better, please feel free to send me a chat or a text or something and let me know, yes, the sound is better, no, the sound is worse. Also, I believe I have my new camera screen cleared up. So let's go ahead and check the new screen out. There we go. That seems to be working more along the lines of how it's supposed to look. So notice I got rid of all the on-screen display information. That was a plus because that was really annoying. This screen looks pretty good. I do have a little kind of a bright light spot on my board. I'm going to have to move that light, it looks like. That's not a good place for it. Also, I'm going to have to add some overlays for this camera, but I can do that without too much trouble. So, okay, everything's good. Upcoming news. Saturday evening, I'm going to be live streaming maybe Minecraft, probably more likely Diablo 3. Not my favorite game, but it is one that my friend Katrina likes to play, and so we're going to try to set up a collab screen, I guess you'd call it, so that she can play with me. And mainly it's a test to see if I can set up Skype as a NDI source, and hopefully she'll be able to talk and you'll be able to hear her. And trust me, she's a lot more interesting than I am. So if you would, please tune in Saturday, probably about 7:30 that evening. We're going to be live streaming together and playing a little Diablo 3 and just catching up on old times. She was a student of mine back in the day, oh gosh, probably 5 years ago. Coincidentally, she was my one student that I ever took to regionals in the UIL. She did Word, she did Office applications, and she went to regionals one year. That was her claim to fame, I guess. But she was actually a lot better than that. She just had some unfortunate luck on some of the other contests. But anyway, she is an outstanding young lady, and I think you will enjoy listening to her. And so hopefully, if everything goes well, Saturday about 7:30, she and I will be streaming some Diablo 3, possibly Minecraft, but probably Diablo 3. Today, however, we're just going to look at a few things in Canvas. This is instructional design, by the way, not just necessarily a gaming community, but also instructional design community. I kind of do the gaming thing to keep people interested. But today we're going to look at a little bit of stuff in Canvas and look at some quizzes, the new quizzes that are coming out. I know that if you're in education at all and if you use Canvas at all, you're really not very thrilled about having these new quizzes come out because they lack some of the functionality that the older ones do. So I know, oh, hey, speaking of Katrina, I just got a message from her. How about that? Oh, no. Hang on. She can't comment on Twitch. I can fix that, dear heart. What it is I set up some security stuff for people to not curse and act badly. But let me fix that really quickly. Let me deal with that, and we will... okay. Now try it. Now see if it works. Let me know if you can comment. Oops. That's really annoying. So hopefully the chat will be functional now. Give it a shot and see. It may take it a second. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's one of the security features. Try it again. Try it again, Katrina. And it should let you comment because I just turned that security feature off. So hopefully now you should be able to. Alrighty, okay, got it. Any luck? Yeah, that is hopefully the person that we'll be chatting with in the next few days on Saturday, and looks like she's having a little difficulty. I'm going to go over to Twitch really quick and see if I can fix that. Yeah, it went through. Okay. Now, why am I not seeing it, though? That's the problem. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to run over to Twitch and see where the chats are going because they're not coming here like they're supposed to. That's really, really irritating. Oh, golly. Wow, that's scary. Glad I didn't see that. Okay. Not coming here like they're supposed to. That's really, really irritating. Okay. Oh, golly. Wow, that's scary. I didn't see that. I'm going to turn that volume down. That's frightening. But, okay, Kat, if you're out there, let me know if everything is working. I wonder if that's going to Discord for some weird, peculiar reason, because that's what it's acting like. It's acting like it's going to Discord. Very weird. And I think it's also delaying. There's like a 30-second delay because, oh, there you are. There you are. Okay. Yeah, it's doing that 30-second delay thing, which is kind of annoying. Okay, anyway, let me get back to what I was planning on doing. Let's go back into Canvas really quickly here, and because I want to show you just very quickly what I'm looking at in the new quizzes, because there are some of those that are, I don't know, a lot of people are not happy with those being changed. And Kat, if you're still out there, I'm for some reason not seeing you in my chat, and that's depressing. That is really, really irritating. So let me see here. Maybe it's this other chat. I'm going to take that as no, because that's really irritating. Are you still out there? Do me a favor, hit me on Snapchat and tell me if you're still there, and also if you can, if you're still able to chat, because wow. Yeah, still there? Okay, there you are. And shoot. Okay. All right. Send me a chat real quick, and because I'm not seeing where it's popping up at. I got to get this sort of stuff figured out, or I'll never get it to work. Oh, pooey. All right, that's annoying. Always technical issues. Never fails. Never ever fails. Ah, there you are. Yay. Thank you. I just have to have the right chat window open. That's the problem. Hey, so if you're interested, on Saturday night about 7:30, if you're at home and the kids are cooperating, it would be cool if we could play a little Diablo 3 and set up the Skype so that you could talk. And you don't have to have a camera or anything. Just talk, and we'll basically just chat, play some Diablo 3, and rehash old times. That would be a hoot if you could do that. So be thinking about it, and let me know. I hope everything's going well. I hope the babies are doing good this morning. And I hope that everybody's not sick. I know you said everybody was kind of queasy the other day. So I hope everybody's doing well. And I'm going to get back to, real quickly here, just kind of an overview of what I'm looking at. I'm going to go ahead and cut to my desktop. On my desktop, you can see that Canvas is open, and class is open called Instructional Design Sandbox. This is where I do a lot of my testing, and I'm going to look at modules right now. Inside of modules, you can see I've got a whole bunch of stuff set up. But what I want to look at, first of all, I'm going to add a test or a quiz to this module. I'm going to add a quiz to it. And I'm going to add a new quiz. Now, here's the first thing you're going to notice. You've got a choice, new quizzes or classic quizzes. The classic quizzes are going away as of June of this summer. Classic quizzes will be no more. So what you need to do is start using the new quizzes, get used to them, because classic quizzes in just the next 4 or 5 months are going away. And that's going to be an issue if you're still using classic quizzes. The more of these you have, the more you're going to have to migrate, and the more irritating they are, because they're really a pain in the rear. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to call this one example quiz, because frankly I'm not very imaginative this morning. And we're going to group it. We're going to put it in something. I'm going to say make it a test. You can create these groups in the main window of the quizzes. You can add groups. I'm going to indent it within the module because I just like to. I like to have everything indented one level. So, and then we're going to add an item. All right, so we have a new quiz. You'll notice the difference here. Notice the little rocket ship. It is solid. If you had created a classic quiz, let me see if I've got one in here. The little rocket ship would be clear. It would be not solid. There's one right there. Okay, down here in the bottom, if you can see my mouse moving at all, where it says respond as test requires Lockdown Browser Classic, it's on the bottom. That is an old classic icon for quizzes. The little rocket ship is not colored in. The one that we're looking at, however, the one that we just did, the rocket ship is colored in there. You notice this one, pre-test course design, that is green. The little rocket ship's colored green. That means the quiz has been published. If it's black, the quiz has not been published. So you can also tell that over here. There's a little line that says, I have not been published yet. All right, so example quiz, we're going to go in, we're going to edit it real quickly. We're going to give it a name. We'll just leave it the same. I'm going to assign it some points. I usually just make it 100 points because it's easier. We gave it a group already, and we're going to display it as percentage. This is important. I don't like to try to keep up with points. I always do a percentage, 70%, 80%, or whatever. We're going to count this toward the final grade. Now here is a major difference. This is where new quizzes are a real problem. Notice where it says external tool options. You can't. It's grayed out. It's unavailable. There are no external tool options. You can't use things like the plagiarism prevention tools. All those things like that, you cannot use them. You cannot use any external tools in the new quizzes. This is why they haven't run them out prior, because there's so much of a backlash. People use those tools to make quizzes, and the new quizzes don't allow it. So this is the problem that you're going to run into with new quizzes. You're going to have to find a workaround for these if you're using plagiarism tools or if you're using things like that. We're going to assign it to everyone. We're going to give it a due date of tomorrow. And we're not going to bother with available. Basically means if you want to build this quiz at the start of the year but not make it available till a later date, well, there it is. Oh, by the way, I just saw your text, yay. I'm very glad. If you can try, that will be whole lots of fun, I think. Anyway, and then until means that's when you're going to stop this quiz. So we're going to make this quiz after Friday. You won't be able to see it anymore. That's what until means. So the quiz will become invisible after Friday. All right, we're not going to add a rubric, but that's where you would do it. We're going to go ahead and build the quiz. Now, here's the other thing about new quizzes. You can't just go in and add questions. You have to click this build button. And then once it loads, finally, all right, we have our title here. These little editing pencils are what allow us to change text. So we've got our title. We're going to add some instructions. The instructions, you can put pictures and links and all kinds of things in the instructions. I'm just going to say, select the best answer for the following. And that is essentially what every quiz instruction should be. until it's done. So now there's our instructions. Now, the hard part, this is where most people get frustrated with the new quizzes. It's almost impossible to find out how to add questions or to add activities to this. This plus circle here where it says add content, it's not very user-friendly. When you click on that, finally we can figure out where to add a question. I'm going to add a simple multiple choice question. And now, the question stem, this is where the actual question is going to go. I'm going to say Canvas new quizzes are, and we'll say first answer is easy to use. Second answer is annoying. Oops. Maybe you didn't believe me. Annoying to use. Third answer is user-friendly. And the fourth answer is none of the above. None of these. Don't put none of the above, because often what you'll do is you'll set this to jumble the answers or to randomly assort them, and then this one may not be above, this one may be the top one. So you always want to put none of these or all of these instead of none of the above. All right, you'll notice over here there's a dark circle in this dot for the first choice. That signifies the correct answer. In my opinion, these are annoying, so I'm going to change it here. Options down here, you can have an on-screen calculator if this is a math test, vary points by answer. You can change the amount of points based on correct answers. You can make some answers almost correct. So you could give them 2 points for an almost correct answer. You could give them 5 points for the right answer and 0 points for incorrect. And this is where you would shuffle the choices. That's why you want to use none of these instead of none of the above, because when you shuffle the choices, number one, it makes plagiarism harder, which is good for you. But number two, it also makes none of the above not make any sense. Item banking. If you're using a question bank, this is where you would add it. Since we don't have one built, we're not going to use it. Let me recommend question banks because it makes building final exams much easier. These are the points that this question is worth, the base points. And so we're going to make this one worth 2 points. Here we can add feedback per each answer. So I'm going to make a correct feedback, and I'm going to say you are correct. So now when they get the correct answer, they will know. Here I'm going to say sorry, you are not correct. And you would actually put a little more meaningful feedback in here. I'm just doing this as an example. This little icon means you can get rid of one of the choices if you wish to. All right, so we have a question basically. We have our instructions, we have our title, and everything's good. So now we could publish this test and we could give it to our students. So let's go ahead and go back to our regular view, looking at our module, and here, as you can see, our outline's still black. We need to publish it, so I'm going to click on Publish. And now our outline will eventually turn green. I guess we need to probably refresh the page. Now we have a green outline here, which means that our test is published. So now let's go in and look at it again. And here's our problem. We can't see our questions. What we're seeing is just the configuration information. We have to go back into Build. And if we wanted to edit one of these questions, it's really kind of uncomfortable. If we want to add more questions, now we have another dot down here. If we want to add more questions up here, we have another dot here. These blue dots are just not very comfortable to me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Anyway, so what we would do then is we would give the test to our students, and then the test would be graded. The grades would go into the grade book, and hopefully, if If you did everything right, all is well. All right, well, that's kind of where I wanted to go this morning. I just kind of wanted to demonstrate what was up with the new quizzes in Canvas. Remember, those quizzes are, in fact, going to take over Canvas on June of 2023, which will be this summer. So be prepared. If you haven't used the new quizzes, get used to them. Go ahead and build some. Get used to using them. Get used to adding content, because believe me, it is different. Also, if you are one that uses plagiarism tools or any kind of external tools with your quizzes, you're going to have to find a better way to do it, because those, are not available. Wow, it's very dry in here. All right, well, that takes up that takes up all the time that we have for the chat this morning. Kat, if you're still out there, don't forget, on Saturday evening, 7:30, let's make that our time. Saturday evening at 7:30, and hopefully you and I can stream for a little bit. That would be outstanding if you can do that. What I'll do is I'll text you, we'll set it all up, and you can call me on Skype, and then I'll set the Skype up as an NDI source, and we can play and we can chat. And if that works, then maybe we can get a lot of people involved, and we can get a lot of people playing. Maybe you can get Keaton, or maybe we can get Annie and some other people, and I think that would be a lot of fun. Shout out to Jax Russo. I have a new follower. So Jax, if you're out there, thank you very much for following, and hope to see you on chat sometime. Kids who are at Grayson, you guys are going home Friday. I'll miss you very much. So y'all come back safely. Have a good holiday. Enjoy yourselves, and then come back safely, and let's learn a few more things. Instructors, people who are teaching or on the staff at Grayson, you guys have a good holiday as well. And remember, if you have questions, instructional design, the Teaching and Learning Department is located at the second floor of the library. Todd Ellis and myself, Regan White, will be more than happy to help you with Canvas issues, or basically with any other kind of issues that you might have as far as lesson planning, lesson creation, lesson design, video editing, all sorts of tech support for teachers. So that's basically our job, is tech support for teachers. Have a great holiday. Have a great time. I'll probably be streaming generally every morning sometime this week. So I hope you guys have a really, really Merry Christmas, and I will see you probably in the morning. Have a good day. Bye.